Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth. Now, before we get into the mess, do y'all like, okay, let me be honest. I have used the new option that's available for Instagram. Basically, if you have, I guess if you update your phone or whatever, if you update if you update your phone, I guess, child. Um, they now have an option where you can use, is it called GIFs? GIFs? I use them all the time on Twitter. I'm like fascinated with using them. However, I don't like it on Instagram. I thought I was gonna like it, y'all. I don't like it. So basically, now in the comment sections on Instagram, you're now able to use those, um, and also leave comments too. I just feel like, I guess because I'm usually looking at Instagram on my cell phone. I just feel like it's a lot going on in the comment section. It's already a lot going on, and now, girl, we adding all this, and then half of y'all, no tea, no shade, half of y'all don't even be using them right. Like, y'all don't even know what y'all doing. I used it once, and then I just got frustrated like 10 minutes ago. I was like, y'all, I hate it. I want them to take that back. I want them to take that option away. It's too much going on in the comment section. The space is not that big. I feel like I have to wait. I feel like I have to scroll down to get to the next comment, and I get everybody leaves them. It's like I'm just sitting here, and it's like, okay, because sometimes it can be funny. Like on Twitter, I love using them, but on Instagram, I hate it. Anyways, I just wanted to complain for 5 seconds. All right, let's get into this mess. So, Jalen Rose says the minimum you should pay for a haircut is $100. Let's hear what Jalen has to say.
First off, the minimum you're supposed to be spending for a quality barber is $100. I'm here to defend the sanctuary that is called barbers and beauticians. You know, so many guys and people out there think y'all gonna show up and get a fly haircut and y'all gonna spend $35. Y'all gonna go to the end of the line. Y'all gonna hit up y'all barber. They're gonna send you to the voicemail. You're gonna have a 1 o'clock appointment. You're gonna get there at 1 o'clock and somebody gonna be sitting in the chair.
Okay. As someone who has been getting haircuts since I was a little boy, I feel like I um, am able to be a part of this conversation with my expertise. Listen, I understand that everything has went up. Rent done went up. Girl, eggs, girl, you can't even get, girl, you don't even try to get no eggs, honey. Girl, eggs done went up. Gas done went down a little bit. You know, everything done went up. It ain't just the barbers, right? But also getting your haircut, the price has also went up too. You can find somebody to cut your hair for $30 maybe, but for the most part, you're probably gonna spend at least $35, $40, right? A lot of barbers now are charging 50, 60, 70, 100. There are barbers out there who are charging more than 100 for a haircut. And don't let them get a hold to the local rapper in town, honey. It's a rap for the girls. Don't let them get a hold to the local rapper, honey. They're a celebrity barber. They charging 150 out the gate, girl. What? Okay. You cut Slim Thug her now. All of a sudden, you want to start charging all the girls and boys 150 for a haircut? Okay. Now, just the other week, girl, you were charging 35. Okay. All right. Okay, girl. They say yesterday's price is not today's price. I get it. You know what I think? You know what I hope? I hope that when I become rich, that I don't become detached from reality. I understand. I understand that sometimes when you have lived a certain lifestyle, sometimes you may not think about the lifestyles of other folks, right? So I can see that Jalen Rose, who is a millionaire, and I'm sure that some of the men he hang around are probably millionaires, and they probably spend $100 at a minimum on a haircut, how they think that that's just the way of life. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, girl, while there are some people out there who got it and can spend $100 on a haircut, girl, a lot of people can't spend $100 on a haircut. I want y'all to do the math. Okay? Let's do the math. At a minimum. And the truth of the matter is the rule is supposed to be the unwritten rule is you're supposed to get your haircut once a week. Now me, I don't be going nowhere, so I might get my haircut once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. Girl, if it's like if it's growing down my if it's growing down my neck, girl, heading down to my back, girl, I feel like it's time to go, girl. 100 times 4 is 400. 400 times 12 is $4,800. All right. Now, if you look at what the annual, I know I'm getting deep into this. I just want people to sometimes start just thinking about the statements that we make before we make them. Because, like, Jalen, who are you talking to? Because you're not talking to the average black man or the black woman who probably has to get her son's haircut because he's still in high school. You see what I'm saying? Most people don't have $100 to just spend on a haircut every week at a minimum. Especially when you take in account how much the average is of black people. We'll just keep it on men. The average income of black men. And you expect them to spend $100 for a decent barber? Can I say something? Can I say something? This is not to take away from barbers because I feel like you have to be a skilled person. And just for the record, I spend $60 on my haircuts, okay? And that's not even including the $5 tip because all I'm leaving is $5. Okay? But I spend $60 on my haircuts. I don't want to take away from the skill that a barber possesses because it's a real skill to know how to perfect a fade and a lineup that's straight. Okay, there have been a few times in my life, more than a few times, where the lineup has okay, well, girl, they take it back. Um, so I don't want to take away from barbers because barbers, I mean, girl, part of the reason why a lot of y'all can get coochie is because of your barber qualities is kept. Have you noticed? I'm not gonna lie, y'all. One time I went to the barber, this was probably like a month and a half ago. Bitch, I went to the barber. I swear to God, I looked like I had a whole new face. I said, girl. Girl, I looked in the mirror. I said, girl, I look like a whole new person. I said, girl, this man done did some magic on me. This man done did some voodoo. Girl, this man done did some voodoo on me. This man done gave me a whole new face. So we know that a barber is, girl, is the person that's either going to get you some pussy Friday night or you going to be going home by yourself. Okay? So shout out to the barbers, okay? But some of y'all barbers be out of line with y'all prices though. Y'all niggas been cutting hair since y'all was 12 years old in your mama garage, in your mama's bathroom, your daddy's bathroom, whoever somebody's bathroom. And I get it, things go up. But some of y'all, I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Y'all are not on the same level as an actual beautician who does women's hair. And I think that sometimes, like, I remember one time I was looking at this one guy on Instagram. Girl, he had this whole thing, I wash your hair, girl, all this. I'm like, girl, girl, I can wash my hair before I get there. Girl, my hair is this long. Like, I think some of them really think that they really are bona fide beauticians. And I guess in a way, I guess you could call them a beautician. They probably don't want you to call them that. But I get it because now there are more things to come with a haircut. Okay, like now, it's just not a fade anymore. At one point we were just getting fades. Now the boys, we done got fancy. We want, faux hawks and mohawks and what is it called when Usher had his haircut? I thought that haircut was so cute. At the time I thought it was ugly. The haircut Usher used to have. It was kind of like a faux hawk, but not really. So I get the barbers are doing a lot more now than just giving, the regular taper fade. And I get that things can go up, but I feel like at a minimum, I don't expect people to charge $25, but girl, $100 is a little too much for a haircut, in my opinion. Now, if I had to get my haircut every week and pay $100, I'm not doing it. Even if I have the money, I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not at that point where I'm comfortable enough handing you $100 every week for a haircut. That's $400 for a haircut, baby. That's a ticket to Miami. Quiet as kept. And if you catch in Spirit, you can fly. You can fly to Fort Lauderdale for $36. You can fly to Fort Lauderdale for $36, girl, and fly back for another 36. Okay. If you leave on the right day, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Well, I don't know. After I done talked for almost 10 minutes about this, okay, it's not to shit on barbers because I love barbers. Thank y'all. I love my new barber. He is so nice. Um, he gives great customer service. He's cool. He's always on time. He ain't never late. So I don't mind paying the $60. I never really thought in my life that I would be the guy to pay $60. I never really thought I would be that guy. I never thought I would be that guy because I was always, I'm used to paying $5. I'm a man of a particular age, so I'm used to paying $5, $10, $15. When they started going past $10, I was like, back in the day, girl, the early 2000s, you was paying $5 or $10 for a haircut. If you was getting your haircut in the dorms, you was gonna pay $5. Now, some of the dudes who would move out the dorms, they would probably charge 10. Then, like, if you went to a barbershop, it started going up to like 15. Then the girls started going in, like, that's when the girls started going up to 20. And then 20, you know. But I never thought that. I'm sure that one day I'll be comfortable paying $100 a week because eventually one day I'm gonna have a barber travel to me, so I know I'm gonna be paying well over $100 because when your barber comes to you, it's gonna be over $100. At that point, I don't think I would care because I actually hate going to the barber shop. Now, like I said, my barber is cool, so I don't really have no issues with him. I don't really have any issues with my last barber either. Sometimes they had ignorant conversations, but for the most part, my personal barber, he was cool. And this one is cool too, but I would just rather just get to a point financially where, girl, you could just come to me. I really just want to be in my apartment, my house, wherever I'm at the time. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Jalen Rose is a little detached from reality? Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of people can't afford to pay $100, and there are some people out there who will pay it. Don't get it twisted. Because even with some of the guys who when I was looking for a new barber and they're charging $80 and $100, girl, they have clientele. So some of the niggas they got $100, or they're willing to pay $100 a week for a haircut. So clearly somebody got it. Okay. I'm just not giving my goddamn money for no $100 for no haircut. But like I said, I never even thought I would make it up to $60, and I have. So, girl, I might be at 100, girl, by next year with all the shit I'm talking. And again, I don't really even go to the barber every week, anyways. Once every 2 weeks, once every 3 weeks. I think the last time I had my haircut was, girl, what, 3 weeks ago? So that's what I'm saying. So even when I pay $60, it's not that big of a deal to me because again, I don't go every week. Now maybe if I was going every week, then I would probably rethink it like, oh girl, you paying $60 every week? Even then I probably still wouldn't care. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Because at one point I told myself I was gonna get my haircut every week, but I'm like, girl, I don't need to be going nowhere. And I just be talking to y'all. I mean, I love y'all, but I can throw this hat on. Girl. I just be running my mouth, girl. I just be like, girl, I can just go over here and talk to my people, girl. They don't care. As long as I got this head covered up, then I'm good to go. Anyways, y'all, we just spent too much time on that. Let's move on. Okay, so, girl, Monique checked Sherri Shepherd and Kim Whitley over backhanded compliments. All right, so this is what Sherri Shepherd and Kim Whitley has to say. Y'all already know. I think that Sherri Shepherd is low key like. I think Sherri Shepherd is one of those people who she's kind of like that nice nasty person. That's what she gives me. Like even when she was throwing like I get it. I'm not saying that Wendy Williams is squeaky clean. We know Wendy Williams is messy. Okay, at least she was. But even when that mess was going on between her and Wendy, I just feel like I was like, okay, she act like she trying. She reminds me of the person who wants you to believe that she cares, but girl, she really dogging you out low key. That's what Sherri Shepherd gives me. All right, this is what they had to say.
This is why I hate that Monique got blackballed by Hollywood. You can take it down. She's fierce, huh? Monique won the Oscar for Precious for a reason. And like I said, people underestimate comics. She's really, really good. She's a great actress. Now, personality wise, she's always getting in trouble. Always. If it's not with another comic, D.L. Hughley, it's with the industry. It's somebody. But this movie, The Reading with Monique, when I tell you, I was turning out. This sucker it scared me. But Monique is funny in it too. It's a horror / damn comedy. I'm gonna tell you something. And Monique got it on her thing, so it's not gonna be me giving away the movie because she's got it. She's got it posted. When people are getting killed, because it's a scary movie, so somebody's always getting killed. The girl who about to get killed, Monique got a. This is why I hate that Monique got.
So this is what Monique had to say. Where's she at? Here we go. Y'all know I follow Monique. I love Monique.
This is why.
Okay, so this is what she had to say. Hello, at Sherri Shepherd and Kim Whitley. First, thank you for your compliments regarding my talents and performance in the reading. I couldn't help but notice, though, that you two said, because of my personality, I'm always getting in trouble. You then attempted to show a connection between my personality and me being blackballed, along with the fallout I had with brother D.L. Hughley. In addition, you two, within the same breath, mentioned how we as comics are underestimated. First thing, kids with their parents, criminals with the law, and slaves with their masters get in trouble. And the last time I checked, And the last time I checked, I don't fit into any of these categories to get in trouble with anyone mentioned. Do you two? When you two say we as comics are underrated, and you, Sherri, Kim, and I are all, or I'm sorry, and I are ironically all black female comics, why do you think we're underrated? My personality is of such where I have to speak up and out against injustices so we can stop being, as you both said, underrated. And if you have noticed, I haven't ever started a conversation about you two that involved any negativity in any way in all of the years I've known you two. Check my resume. I don't go knocking on anyone's door saying things I can't substantiate. But some people have a problem with me because when they knock on my door with BS, I answer. Anytime the two of you sisters would like to speak with my team, with the team of my husband and I, we welcome it. Thank you two again for the compliments. Though backhanded, and please know, regardless, I still love you both to life, sisters. I love us for real, girl. You was a little passive aggressive with some of the stuff you were saying, but I get it though. I hate when I gotta get that her husband is her manager. I don't know. I just hate when anytime Monique, you know, I just hate that she always has. It's like, girl, what your husband got to do with you, Kim and Sherri? Like, I know he's her manager. Anyways, I love Monique. I do feel like it was low-key a backhanded compliment. I think that it is true. They didn't have to mention, Sherri didn't have to mention, her getting in trouble because of her personality. Like, girl, if you're going to talk about the movie, just talk about the movie, right? Because what happens is you mention her always getting into trouble, right? And people may hear this and then it may start to bring up the old mess again. Like the lady just started working again. Let the lady work. You see what I'm saying? I'm Team Monique. I was Team Monique that whole Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, and Lee Daniels mess. I was Team Monique the whole time. Just an FYI. I never thought she was lying. Nobody just wakes up one day and says, let me go after Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels. Now, some people might say you a fool, right? But I didn't think she was lying. But shout out to Monique. I love Monique. And another thing, so the reason why I say I think that like barbers think they're beauticians do a lot. When you think about the sewing, like they are the ones who wash your hair, dry your hair, girls. So you doing sew-ins, and that's a lot. I hate to say it, but really can't compare a barber to a beautician. You can't. Not in my eyes, you can't. All right. What else are we talking about? I'm getting a little tired of your broken promises. Oh, let's listen to this. This is Shaquille O'Neal.
All you people disrespecting my Rihanna, shut your face. Shut it up.
Preach.
Like we living in a world where people got too much freedom. Keep your thoughts to yourself. She did a wonderful job. She's pregnant. She blessed it. She did her thing. She didn't fall. Just leave it there. All you superstars that's disrespectful and causing beef, shut your face. Shut it up.
She was 30 feet in the air.
If she is my woman and I seen one of you superstars do that, I'm gonna have to get at you.
Uh-oh.
Rappers, presidential candidates, I'm gonna have to get at you. Leave this woman alone. Rihanna is Rihanna. That I was there. It was beautiful. She did a great job. I didn't know she was pregnant until she bust out, but leave her alone. See if you could, like, if you're in the crib and you
Look at that. Look at those stats right there.
That's what I'm saying.
118.7 million watched her halftime
Thank you. So, like, if you're in the crib, like it's me, Candace, and Pastor Tay G's, and I don't like it, I say it to them. Don't get on your Twitter followers with 30 million people. Leave this lady alone. Rihanna, thank you. That was my first time ever seeing you perform. You did a great job. I love you. We all love you. All you other people, shut your damn mouth.
That was your first time ever seeing her perform? As much as you talk about her, that's your first time ever seeing her perform?
First time. Yeah, so.
Hits on hits on hits.
So all you people that got something to say, shut the up. How about that?
Shaq, hush. Because this is what it comes down to. Y'all know I love the performance. It was what it was for me. I don't know what y'all was expecting to see. But I think this is the problem that we now I will say sometimes I do believe, like when what's his name, Stephen A. Smith, when he came out and made that messy comment when he was on, I think he was on the Sherri Shepherd show or Jennifer Hudson show, and he basically kind of like brought up Beyonce when they asked him about the Rihanna Super Bowl performance. Now I thought that was messy. I was like, Stephen A. Smith, like, I'm not saying you can't have an opinion, but what was the purpose of that? Like, maybe if you were like one of the messy YouTubers or like just a messy commentator, I guess in a way, I guess you could take what he says as messy. But what I'm saying is I think that usually he has commentary that revolves around sports. So I didn't really understand why was he stepping outside of that to give a messy comment about something else. Like maybe if it was the people, at Entertainment Tonight or Pop Crave, and they said something like that, then I would be like, okay, girl, they just being messy, hee, caca, blah, 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 blah. But I don't understand Stephen A. Smith. So I get it to a certain degree, I'm not going to lie. But I think we need to get past this thing where, girl, just because you're Rihanna or Beyonce or Nicki or Usher or Chris Brown or Adele or Celine Dion or whomever it may be, that girl, you're above criticism or reproach. Because none of the people that I named are not. And if people think that Rihanna did a horrible job at the Super Bowl, then so be it. And that's all I got to say about that. Girl, John Travolta has vowed to never be with another woman after wife Kelly Preston's death. So John Travolta is a broken man since the tragic 2020 death of his beloved wife Kelly Preston, and he's vowed never to be with another woman again. RadarOnline.com has learned. I said, well, what about another man? Baby, I'm back. Baby, y'all done had 3 or 4 days. Baby, the king of hot topics is back, okay? I don't make the news, I just report it. I've been heard rumblings in the jungle that John Travolta, girl, do a little shimmy shake on the weekend. Do John Travolta like boys? Circle yes or no. I have a question, John. John, do you hold up? John, do you like boys sexually? Circle yes or no. And I'm gonna slide it to him at the Hollywood brunch when they invite me. I'm gonna say, can you pass this to John? I'm gonna fold it up because hoes is nosy. Y'all hoes is nosy. Can you pass this to John and tell him just hand it back to me? And it's gonna say this. It's gonna say this right here. John, do you like boys sexually? Circle yes or no. I'm gonna circle yes, and you let me know. Because the people said, John, it's all right, girl. I get it. John is a man of a particular age, so you know they're not really down with that gay shit like that. You know they do their shit in the dirt. They do their shit in the dark. You know, like that's one thing I will say. It's crazy. It's about to sound. What I'm about to say. You know, this is gonna sound real asinine, okay? But I do have like a tad bit of respect for like the Queen Latifahs of the world. I don't think Queen Latifah hides her sexuality. I just feel like she thinks it's nobody's business. And I kind of respect that. I do. And John might be one of those girls. It ain't none of your business. And it quite frankly, it really ain't, to be honest. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.